Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Monday, July 9th. I have some very positive news on the Ripple front. The senior vice president of product, Asheesh Birla, was at the panel discussion at the Wharton University of Pennsylvania talking about scaling and digital disruption in fintech. And obviously, it makes sense that Ripple is there because that's what they're trying to do. And once again, he's a senior vice president of product. Well, he had some very bullish statements. I'm going to read it out for you, and then I'm going to play the clip so you guys can hear it. So he says, and I quote, "So now in our pipeline, we have probably 50% of the market in India either integrated into Ripple or in a deal in the pipeline to be signed." So this is, 50% of the market. We're talking about financial institutions that are either signed or the integrated or in the pipeline to be signed. Guys, this is why Ripple is a long-term hold. It's going to be a process, but look at what's happening. Tell me which other cryptocurrency has this going on. This is a real company. And the goal is for them to get, their goal, I should say, is to get more banks to use XRapid. We know not every bank or every partner is going to use XRapid, which leverages XRP. Some are going to use XCurrent, XVIA. But the point is, if they have this big of a network, guys, this big of a network, it's not going to be hard for them to get folks to use XRapid. And this is why Ripple is a long-term hold, and this is going to take off as all these partnerships come together and people start going to production with XRapid and XRP's leverage. Just think about that. We move to utility, and the value of XRP will increase significantly. So he says, and guess what? We are going to take that back to Wells Fargo and say that there's not a better way to send into India than Ripple. So let me play the clip here for you guys.
At India, and we looked at 2 billion people, huge market, and we decided, how do you get 2 billion people onto Ripple? And so do we just give the currency away to every Indian that's like 2 billion, just give it away? That was one idea. But then we realized that if you get the top 3 banks in India onto Ripple, you get 80% of the market share. And then we looked at where's the future. And so we realized in the next 5 years, 1 billion new people will become banked in India, but they'll be banked through their phone. So then we started targeting mobile phones, providers, and telcos. And so now I think that, in our pipeline, we have probably 50% of the market in India either integrated onto Ripple or, in the deal, in the sort of pipeline to be signed to India. And guess what? We're going to take that back to Wells Fargo, and we're going to say, there's not a better way to send into India than Ripple. That's right. Because it's about network effects. And if we can do that in India, and we can do that in Brazil, and we can do that in all the emerging markets, I think it's going to be really hard we won't take no for an answer, and we're going to continue to build the network until it's so valuable that there's no choice for Wells Fargo to join.
With TransferWise.
Right? Well, that's a good example. Is TransferWise has decided to go after the consumer. Yeah. And after 10 years, or Zoom is another case. If you guys have heard of Zoom, they've been around for 13 or 14 years, but they have 1/10 the market share compared to Wells Fargo after 13 years. And so again, we're not going to be like a consumer brand. It's a network effects business. The people that have the regulatory, sort of, banks basically need to be regulated. They're the ones you need to partner with. They're the ones that have the consumers. If you want to scale quickly in a network effect business, you have to partner with.
So guys, notice what he said as well, that looking to take over different markets like Brazil and so forth. And these are highly populated countries, and they don't need to get, like he said, every bank, or even if they don't get a major bank, they just work with the smaller banks and then come back and say, sorry about that, my phone just went off, and say, hey, all of these banks are having success using Ripple, XRP, or XRapid. What are you doing? Like he said, they would approach Wells Fargo. I believe someone from Wells Fargo was on that panel. So there you have it, guys. You're hearing it directly from Ripple. So these type of statements should give you confidence. They're not going to put themselves out there to look like idiots and fail, right? They are making moves. We've heard bits and pieces of this about Ripple's employees talking about they're signing one customer per day. And Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has said that they would go live. There will be some banks that are going to go live with XRapid later this year, and next year he expects dozens. So they're working on things. So something's happening here, and why if you're focused on the market and you're panic selling and worrying and not looking at the bigger picture here, you're going to miss out, guys. So this is definitely worth holding for. Definitely worth holding for. Look at what this company is doing. I mean, this is big. They're working with the largest institutions in the world, and that control the transfer of money. And that's the industry they're trying to disrupt. So imagine that, guys, that their technology, XRapid, is going to be used for that. Imagine the value of XRP, because we'll be past all the BS speculation and random ICOs. And I'm nothing wrong with ICOs, but I'm saying a lot of these projects are just theory. They're just a white paper. They don't have a working product yet, or they don't even have partners or adoption, right? But Ripple as a company is doing marketing, already has partners, already has adoption, and is trying to grow its network, as they stated, in different countries. I mean, this is big time. If some people, I still don't think they get it. They don't get it. But this is big. Those of you who get it, I absolutely believe we will be rewarded on this. If we keep holding and let this play out where Ripple continues to build relationships and partners and get folks to pilot their technology and obviously use XRapid and go live in production, we're going to see the price take off. And this is just common sense. I'm not making anything up. These are statements from the company. And if you study business and you understand what goes on in the real world, not just in the cryptocurrency world, you would understand that this is the future and this will absolutely take off. I mean, it absolutely makes sense. If you look at it from a factual perspective, common sense, how business works, I mean, I don't know what else to say. If you get it, you get it. You have the understanding to see what's happening here. Good for you. If you don't, what can I say? But this is big news, guys. This is big news. Keep holding. The next news I want to share here, Ripple shared this little infographic here on Twitter today, giving an example of the difference between the company Ripple and what is XRP. And this is one of the reasons that is, one of the items that are the facts that is used to highlight that Ripple XRP is not a security because it's completely separate from the company. So they said here, the digital asset XRP and the company Ripple are distinctly different. So it says here, learn why the difference. Ripple, what is it? A technology company that provides the most efficient solutions for sending money globally. XRP, an independent digital asset. The XRP ledger is an open source blockchain technology. Is the open source blockchain technology behind it. So let's see here. And it looks like they published the full details on their website here, a full infographic, how they're related to each other, et cetera, who controls. And so this is great. This is addressing a lot of the FUD because, there's a lot of haters, people who go around spreading false things about false rumors and statements about XRP and Ripple. So this really addresses a lot of it. So definitely take a look at this, guys. I'll put a link in the description to this video, to this page, so you guys can check it out. But definitely a great piece of content here to fight the FUDsters. The next news, and we've talked about this in the past, Bison app, which was developed by a German stock exchange. So remember, we're talking about this stock exchange, Wall Street, companies, investment firms, hedge funds getting into crypto. And it's a lot of this is in the works, and people are missing what's happening and not really paying attention. I try to share that news with you guys. But notice what they said, this fall. So it's not even ready yet. It's going to come out in fall, in September. This fall, Bison offers Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple XRP for sale and purchase. The universe of cryptocurrencies is huge. Which cryptocurrencies are you interested in? Here's what their website looks like. And take a look at this, guys. Look at the image they use here. They show XRP. Why wouldn't they show Bitcoin? That's the most popular crypto, even Ethereum, right? Possibly. They showed Ripple. Keep holding on to your XRP. And as I've stated, I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. I own a bunch. I'm most bullish on Ripple, but I'm looking to make money off of all of them, right? But I know, like we just covered, a real difference between a cryptocurrency project and a real company that is disrupting $1 trillion industry. So I find that very interesting that they are highlighting XRP, not Bitcoin, which you go to any cryptocurrency site. I think for the most part, they highlight Bitcoin and Ethereum first, ahead of everything. But Bison, they put XRP. I think that I don't want to overanalyze it, but the fact that they're doing that is very interesting, which shows the growth of XRP's and Ripple's brand and people recognizing it. So look at this. This is not even launched yet, guys. It's not even launched yet. And actually, wait. Looks like they're giving away prizes to welcome the oncoming Bison herd. With these winnings, you can start directly in September. Sit on our VIP list and get a chance. Oh, I might join this, guys. So you guys should check this out. It looks like they're giving away free crypto. So why not? Why not? You guys should check this out. If they're giving away free crypto, you can get free crypto. So go to bisonapp.de. I'll put a link in the description. You guys should sign up for this, and maybe we get some free crypto, guys, by just sitting. It says here, sit on the VIP list, invite friends, and be at the forefront. So just go on. It's just a list. Join it. Ask some of your friends to join it. You can try to get some free crypto. So that's pretty cool of them. But you see what's happening here. This is not even launched yet, but they tweeted here that it's coming. And this is what's happening. There's a lot of things going on. Expansion and by exchanges, new exchanges coming in, new investment funds specifically focused on cryptocurrencies. There's a lot going on, guys. So I try to share this news with you. And all signs are pointing to the next big bull run. And I know some people are still like, why isn't the price going up? Why isn't the market going up? What's happening? You need to understand market cycles, human psychology, understand that fear and FUD and negative news can drive prices down. And there is some manipulation going on in the market. And as I stated, these big guys, these institutional money, are not going to buy at the all-time highs. They're going to buy at the lows. That's why you should keep holding, because it will go back up. And people do, the human nature, the tendencies to, the fear, something's not happening, to get bored, and also to have fear. Oh my God, am I going to lose my money? Is this market ever going to go back up? And fear and doubt starts to cloud your mind. But that's where you should only invest money you're willing to lose, and you can have it sit there and it won't affect you. You can sleep at night. That's what I did. I know a lot of you guys, you just invest money that you, like, once again, you're willing to lose. And that's how you have to think about it. I'm not saying you're going to lose your money, but that's how you have to think about it. Whether you invest in real estate, gold, stocks, whatever, cryptocurrency. Because if you invest your life savings or something that's going to affect you, if something happens, that's not a good investment, right? An investment is part of your earnings or whatever it is that you're comfortable that if something happens to it, okay, life goes on. I'm fine. I have my savings. But we know that cryptocurrencies is on the rise. We're in the infancy of the market, and there's still ways to go. And when you see moves like this happening by stock exchanges, by investment funds, hedge funds, Wall Street banks, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, all of that, you have to see what's coming after that. They're not doing this for fun. They're not doing this as a hobby. They are in it to make money. And if you keep holding, this market will go into a bigger bull run than it did in December 2017. Trust me, because there's so much more money coming, guys. It's much more easy to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, all of that than it was in December. You guys notice a lot more fiat pairing, more exchanges. Remember what happened? They had to close their doors because they couldn't handle the traffic. They didn't. Bittrex closed its doors. Binance, Coinbase had to pause. They had to pause registrations. That's not going to happen this time around because we have more exchanges. A lot of these exchanges were like, holy crap, we're going to make money. Expand our servers, expand our bandwidth, the ability to have more people register and use this site. So get ready, and we see Coinbase even expanding to Japan. We see them adding institutional, the way for institutional money to investors to add money to invest. Excuse me. We're seeing a whole bunch of exchanges doing that, and even traditional currency exchanges and investment firms are opening up for crypto. Guys, these are all facts. It's all out there. You guys have seen my videos. I've shared it with you. This ain't going anywhere. The market's gonna, I know it's like in a lull, right? You're kind of like bored, you're falling asleep. It's like, is this ever gonna happen? It's going to happen, but you got to be patient. You just got to keep holding. And if you need to cash out because you need the money, do what you got to do, right? But once again, if your investment is in, not something, it's something that you can afford to lose and it's not making you lose sleep at night, just leave it. Let it sit there and keep an eye on the news, on the facts, right? Which I'm trying to share here with you guys. And eventually we will see this market continue to grow. Well, it is continuing to grow, honestly, because if perspective, right? I did a video on perspective. If you look back at the trends and the charts, we are on the rise. It's higher than it's ever been, right? There's peaks and valleys along the way, but the overarching trend or percentage of growth, it's higher than it was before. But there's going to be corrections along the way. Like, obviously in December, we had that huge spike, then correction, but we are still higher than we were, let's say back in January 2017, guys. So don't miss that. Don't miss the perspective. So I'm trying to share this with you guys because you think about all the people who sold their Bitcoin early and their Ethereum early and even their Ripple XRP early. Some people holding when they bought like on a penny, they sold it when it hit 30 cents. When it went to $3.80, XRP that is. So there's more to go here. We're in the infancy stages of the market, so I hope you guys continue to hold. But wanted to share this news with you guys. So what do you think? Big bullish news here from Ripple's employee that they're probably around 50% of the market they've captured, either already integrated in signatures in the pipeline to be signed. That's big. Obviously, Ripple putting out some content to fight some FUD here, guys, which is big. And I think this is big too. This Bison app launched by a stock exchange. That's big time. And this is going to come in the fall. So keep holding. What do you guys think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And I'll talk to you guys later.